Oh, my face is frozen. Working on fixing that. Alright. So, a little bit of a late start today. More like a lot late start. Here, let's go right here. A little up. There we go. But I promise it wasn't planned. Well, I should have planned better. Because my insulin pump port adhesive, it's like a sticky thing with like a plastic, I guess it's a needle, like one of those IV plastic things. And it's not metal. And it came out because I was doing things and it's not, so I had to take a shower. I say had to, but I wanted to before I put in a new port. Generally helps to have clean skin when you're dealing with needles and stuff. But luckily, I don't have to remember to give myself insulin. It just does it for me. Just like the cyborg that I am. Alright, February 9th, Inner Temple Training Hall. Oh, we're starting off fresh. Here, so I keep my chin up. That always helps with projection, keeping your neck not scrunched. Right. This is what Godot was talking about? Or is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? Then why did we... God. During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Aww. I mean, I don't know. How? Yeah, he needs to go lay down. Edgeworth, how you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're one to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly fine. Oh, he got whipped. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. Poor guy. He's got so much pride. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Let's have a little chatty chat. So why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the Inner Temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried. I just had to come and see. In other words, You didn't run away to escape the law. At least we are clear on that. I can't tell you... wait, no. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was all right, but... But what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and... who in the world would do something like this? Trick lock. These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. Why can't we get bolt cutters? God, just get the chain. Find the weakest link. It's the chains. And you're the one who set these locks? I don't think it's that simple, Franziska von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks. The first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? I mean, can't you just get rid of the first lock at least? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But... it will take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. We've got to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're gonna have to call on your inner strength now. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen at that same evening at the inner temple. And then you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple too. Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the inner temple. It's as if you've well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Do you have an evil twin? Or are you hiding as someone? God damn it! Come on! I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Okay, so I guess we move on. Let's go to the garden. See how Edgeworth is doing. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. I mean, I totally understand, like, everyone's already okay with it. but it's not okay for him. It's never been okay for him. Oh, poor guy. I feel so bad. Edgeworth? Ah. Hey, don't you dare run away. What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. Right worth hugs. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the criminal affairs department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Oh, no. I mean, yeah, I'm sure he feels pretty bad all around. He's unfortunately surrounded by murder. So you guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect. Maya, do you? He's like, I don't want to. I really, really don't want to. Yeah. We have to treat everyone as a suspect. Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. Yeah, it certainly doesn't happen overnight. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. Oh, good for him. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. Yeah, no, like that's legit panic attack material. Yeah, 17 years. I mean, that's even worse. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school. Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. God. And also, it's kind of hard to read the text, kind of, actually. Like, if you relax your eyes, it looks like the text is moving too, maybe. I don't know. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Whoopsie doodle. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was the defense attorney. Yeah, just recapping from, like 2 games ago, I guess. We were deprived of oxygen, and we passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. Whatever happened to his mom? I don't know. They never talk about his mom. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna check the internet. Maybe the internet will know, like some sort of light novel or something. Some light novel lore. What happened to Edgeworth's mom? Okay. Internet says probably just single dad thing. That's what Reddit says. It's been more than 17 years now, so we can just assume that she's also passed away. And that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes. I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court. As cases go, it was my worst nightmare. Yeah. So? Who is she? Oh wait, no, I don't think the so was like a so, but if like a so, expected, like, so, spill the beans, spill the tea. I'm sorry, Wright. God damn it. I can't. We were just gonna give you a hug, and now you're gonna be a bitch again. God damn it. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. I am not a member of the general public, and you know that. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. So at this point, I know who he's talking about, but Phoenix doesn't yet, so we have to pretend that we don't know anything. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No. Oh, wait, what? No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. Great confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Do we? What do we give him? Oh, he's all the way at the end. Studies foreign judicial systems now. Interesting. Okay, who do we present? Well, apparently, Iris was taken in by the sisters here at the temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. That reminds me. I just went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look up some stuff on her. I should ask him what he's found. He won't. Another victim we know nothing about. Same as always. I hope you'll tell me if you know something about our mystery woman, Wright. I know that Alista Nim was no ordinary visitor to the temple. But her true identity could be a useful weapon for the defense. Yeah, if he's not gonna tell me anything, I'm not gonna tell you anything. And I can't give that away just like that. We could just trade info, right? Come on. It's crossed my mind once or twice that her testimony might be a bunch of lies. There certainly are a lot of problems with it. The thing is, as far as I can tell, she has no reason to deceive us. I believe she did meet the defendant at the Inner Temple and witnessed the murder too. Yeah, she's older, she probably has bad vision. not that great lighting, even though there's a lantern right behind them. See, the one in the Hasakura Temple courtyard, in any case. Let's talk about... Oh, he's 32 now. Gumshoe's finally older than me again. I was just with Detective Gumshoe. I treated him to some pasta. You owe him that much. After all, it's your fault his salary's so low. How's it my fault? And look, if you're going to buy the guy lunch, at least get him something decent, okay? I took him to the Olive Garden. When you're there, you're family, right? And both of us, neither of us have family, so, you know. God, that's terrible. Okay, Gumshoe practically lives on pasta and noodles already. Well, I did order some... I did order some extra Parmesan cheese on top. He was crying tears of joy as he dug into it. It was quite moving. All you have to do is give the poor guy a raise. He's something of a legend, I hear. Don't say it like you don't know anything about him. Tell me what you know. It's a bit strange, actually. Yeah, they're saying like you vouched for him or something. If he really was anything special, I should have heard about him by now. I'm always well informed about the rookies coming into the prosecutor's office, you know. Then you mean... Is it anything special? You should already know the answer to that. Although, there's one other possibility. What's that? He could have come into the profession from a different channel. What different channel? There's more than one way to become a prosecutor, right? Perhaps he started off as a defense attorney, but decided it wasn't for him. A defense attorney? I didn't even know you could switch sides like that. It seems Pearl was trapped on this side of the river on the night of the murder. Did she tell you anything? Listen, Wright. She's just a kid. I can't force things out of her. You'll have to be the one to find out what she knows. Yeah, let's talk about Mia. One of the biggest names in the world of law, as I'm sure you'll agree. For better or for worse, we were only destined to meet once in the courtroom. I know, I read all about it. It was the first time for both of us, two novices, head to head. I can still remember how downhearted I felt after that trial ended the way it did. I wonder if Mia felt the same way too. Yeah, she definitely did. I don't know Maya Fey very well, but it seems to me that the girl is always landing herself in trouble. It seems to me that you know her better than you think. I do sincerely hope she's going to be alright. Aw. Let's talk about yourself. If you want to know how to run the perfect trial, there is a lot to study and learn. Oh, is that what you're studying about right now? I've sat at the prosecutor's bench for trials in 5 different countries now. The first thing you must do is gain complete mastery of the language. It's quite a task. I mean, how many languages do you know now? 5? At least? So I'd never get anywhere then. It's taken me a lifetime to sort of master one language. God damn. How many language does it say? No. It's been more than a year since I last saw Franziska von Karma. Oh, wait. Why did I just read her full name? Because she does that. I didn't even read the rest of the text. I don't know. Myself. But it seems that she's been dying to see you again. She really said that? I believe she... I I believe she wants to eat you for breakfast. Or to put it another way, whip you silly. Literally and metaphorically. Oh. Go on. Let her have her way. It would make a great anecdote about my trip. Forget it, Edgeworth. God. Apparently he had become something of an apprentice to Elise Donim. Yes, something like that. He did this portrait for me earlier. I want to see his drawings. That's great. Let's just leave it at that about Larry, alright? Looks like someone's still mad at the Butts for his performance in court today. Did we talk about her? Oh yeah, we did. Did we? Oh yeah, no. Okay. So let's show him my badge. Is that your attorney's badge? Interesting. I never imagined I'd ever see you wearing one of these, right? It's because of you that I became one, Edgeworth. Aww. Not that I have any regrets. I really don't. If you're trying to say thanks, you could start by saying it a bit louder. Ho ho ho! Sassy Phoenix. Nope. Nope. I'm just going through everything. Nope. Oh yeah. Nope. Same thing. Iris gave that to you, didn't she? Yes, and it really works. It helped my fever go down quicker, I'm sure of it. So you say, but your face is as white as a sheet, and sweat is running down your cheek. Yeah, while we're outside in the snow. Anyway, it seems to me like there's something going on between the two of you. Actually, oh, is he gonna say something? Actually, I don't know exactly why, but there's something about Iris that just tugs at me. I can't figure out whether I feel like I know her or don't know her at all. It's really weird. Nope. 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 Get that piece of filth out of my face. You're still mad, huh, Edgeworth? I know a thing or two about Larry Butts, just like you. We both know he likes to act up, but this, even he couldn't make something like this up. If this is what he drew, then this is what he saw. Like, I mean, he is a bit of a liar, but like they've said before, not at the expense of a girl he cares about. As unbelievable as it may seem. I know. That's what I think too. Every time I see that guy, he's in it up to his neck. I knew it. Ed was still mad as a hornet at Larry. God. Mad as a hornet. Nope. And no, so we are done with Edgeworth. Okay, Inner Temple Gate. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. So we've already taken care of Edgeworth. Okay, February 9th. It's weird that there's no one around at all. No one around all of a sudden. I'm sure it gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Okie dokie, let's go to Heavenly Hall. Oh, I need some water for her. Remain hydrated. Baby sips.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Pearls, what are you doing here?
Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, I see.
Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Oh, we got a twofer. Larry. This is a loser shack, where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? I mean, I don't know. Just the fact that you're, I don't know.
Look, Mr. Nick. Mr. Larice did a picture of me.
That's, great, Pearls. We're gonna gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-fried potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down.
Oh, Mystic Maya.
Aww. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture?
I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl. Two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore.
What am I going to do with him? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls?
I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing.
Aww.
See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know. It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream. A wonderful fantasy.
Oh god.
No. It wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Larice. Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase. I beg of you.
I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw.
Okay, so I was half asleep when I was there that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck.
What snacks does he have? He has 2 little oranges, looks like some Lay's chips, and maybe a Diet Coke since it's silver.
And that's what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture.
And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch at face value.
Hey, what's that look on your face?
Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Oh, where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened?
I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know?
God.
I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick?
Okay, she's the worst liar. Especially when you're acting like that. Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Donim's room reading a book together. But Miss Donim was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the Inner Temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls?
I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick.
God damn it, Pearl. Jeez.
I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished.
What are you talking about, Pearls?
My spiritual power. It has disappeared.
What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls?
It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for?
Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? Yeah. Okay, crying.
Way to go, Nick. You made her cry. That was really cruel of you.
What? Okay, now he's crying. Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her psych locks to get the truth out of her. Okay. I don't want to try to do that yet. We're at the main gate now. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Ganshu around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. the himbo. Okay, let's go. Okay. We're back at the main hall.
Well, what's the damage? How's the sacred cavern?
It looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern.
But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Karain tradition.
We have Iris at the sacred cavern, trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini.
Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we?
Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Karain disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Faye suddenly appeared at this temple.
It was about a week ago when Mystic Elise, Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Karain tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to them."
Well, she didn't do a great job at that. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line.
There's only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new master of Khura'in, and her daughters, the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line.
Is the power of the master worth this much bloodshed? Okay.
You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real.
Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. She kind of popped up several times during then. During the Master Mouse case and during Maggie Bird's trial too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most.
The Crane technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know? I mean, the ability to commune with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know? Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill?
I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you to be really rich by now.
Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Oh, you're very direct, aren't you?
I mean, you're nuns?
People don't believe it anymore, you see, all because of one little mistake.
Is it like fairies? If you stop believing in them, they all die? A mistake? What mistake?
It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident.
GL6. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is?
I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file.
The DL6 incident. I knew it. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago.
Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case.
Oh? A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother.
Though Mystic Misty's channeling, through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action.
But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he?
That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of the Korean village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan.
Does she mean Maya? Oh shit. Can't see her a master of anything.
The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is in the blood.
Yeah, Maya told me the exact same thing before.
We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us.
So according to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power.
The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master.
And the ones who don't become branch families, right?
That's right. And it's always the cause of tragedy.
You know, Maya had a sister too. An older sister named Mia.
Oh yes, I've heard of her.
What? You know about Mia?
Of course. She became a lawyer in hopes of discovering what happened to her mother.
And lost her life as a result.
Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition.
Really?
Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt.
That's right. Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having the superior powers, managed to usurp the master's seat from her.
Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know.
All these M names. Morgan. Or Morgan? There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now, at Maya's home, Crane Village. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the next master.
I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris...
What? Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this?
That Iris is...
What? No way. What does that mean with Dahlia, though? What? What did they... What? Where have they been? I don't know. I'm so confused. What? Iris is what? Yeah, no, me too, Phoenix. Me too. She's what? She kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Then how did she end up all the way over here? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter?
Oops, I thought you already knew.
Well, goddamn. Okay then.
It sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already.
I have. I know her very well.
Oh?
Yes, Pearls. Pearl Faye. I always thought she was an only child. Yeah, that's what I thought so too.
You jest. That child. She's Mystic Morgan's.
Yeah, her youngest, I guess.
I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she?
Yes. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. Whoopsie-daisy. Dang. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master.
I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters.
Not what? Well, yeah, I kind of figured that out a second ago. But Phoenix is just now finding this out.
And 3 daughters, not 2.
Wait, what? 3?
Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl.
What? Yeah, okay, yep. I figured that out a little bit before you did. Twin sister?
Oh, you didn't know? It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Corain's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the...
Oh, shit.
He left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him.
Jeez. How awful. So, So, what's the twin's name?
He was a jeweler, you know? In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see.
It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister, then who is she? Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris's sister?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall that her father was a jeweler.
Well, that's a clue, I guess. The jeweler. Edworth might know something about that man. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had two older sisters, huh?
Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family.
Anger? What do you mean? Ouch.
Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan.
That's why she had pearls?
It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. I was able to break free of the bars that confine her. Or it was able to free.
Okay. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. So let's present. Well, we don't really need to present things. Let's present Iris.
Oh, please tell me what's going to happen to poor Iris. If she was to be found guilty, I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, we've already read this before. There's testimony. Talk about Pearl. This Pearl girl. not feeling too great. Alright, we're moving and grooving. We are now in the courtyard. Probably Gumshoe's gonna be here. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Gumshoe. No motive, no crime. No motive, no crime. Sing it with me. No motive, no crime. God. If you cannot commit, you must acquit. What is that? Convict. There you go. I remember when I lost my mind. When we used to search in the chilling room in Korean. Okay. Whoop, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we lost along the way. Well, okay, I couldn't have guessed either. The more you know. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Don't worry. Okay, hey pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Yeah, I was, you know what, me and Phoenix are on the same page once again. Oh, okay. So, what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon. That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Show me this. Oops. Nope. So, how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is, if we don't find Maya in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me. I don't know. Not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What did he mean by that? About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter. Be careful. Once night should be there. As soon as you... something out bell. You must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Interesting. Burn up a letter. Yeah, it was. Oh, it was in that incinerator right outside the Inner Temple. That's why it was turned on. The incinerator. I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away, which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Okay, sure. Spirit mediums? It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering is a crime, pal. So, what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the Shichishiro that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, and man is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? Is it Missile? Oh, please bring Missile. Missile was the dog from the first game. You could borrow it, but then it would eat all of Larry's hot dogs from his hot dog stand. So what's the secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Do you have a metal detector? Any questions so far? No. I know what he's gonna say. No, I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. I need water. Good. So, what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, you want to give it scientific investigation a go? Huh? But me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out? Yeah, let's do this now. Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive, you can make it cry. It's so high-tech, you could skydive off of it. Don't bother. So, I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're maybe it was an icicle. What if it was an icicle? That it melted and all the evidence is gone. Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first, let's turn the detector on. Oh god, the sound again. That's the sound. Okay, next. Move the detector around and give this courtyard a good look-see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will okay. It's automatic. And press A. Okay. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight, too. I'll take a good look. Yeah, that's the ski. Oh, what? Oh, is it? Oh. It's like a little thing. Okay, so there's something metal in here. This is Miss Dunham's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. But the detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but how you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything that looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal when you can't see it? I swear that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the... Crack. Oh, did he break it? The top is coming off. Look what you've done. You have damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! Oh. Well, there's no blood on it. That's a sword inside the staff. Could it be the murder weapon? I'd never guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have been stabbed in her own foot. Yeah, whatever. I officially give up. I'm trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. Well, I guess if it's a cane sword... Oh, dang it, what the heck? Come on. But yeah, if it's a cane sword... Then cane sword. So it's a sword inside the cane. But a sword cane is you might stab yourself in the foot on accident. Whatever. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why wasn't the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey Gumshoe. Who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. You? Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. You can check inside of it? I mean, check inside of the staff. There might be blood in there. Then I guess that's the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. About the same length as the Shichido, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. Yeah, it turns out bleach doesn't get rid of blood, or like traces of blood. It just changes the color. Fun fact. So, more reason not to murder, I guess. You know. Because they will find it. If you paint over it, if you bleach it, they're gonna find it. There's gotta be some traces of blood left. Yep. See you later, pal. Zoop. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. You're gonna get that stuff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please? Just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. And it's not my nausea. It's not my vertigo. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think? Maya's been oh, please, detective. Let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. You're looking kind of radiant there. Okay. Just stop it with that face, pal. One thing though. The staff's secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and we didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay. Now, you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Yep, I can't help but wonder, though. What was Elise Donim doing with the staff like this in the first place? I mean, I feel like she would have to protect herself sometimes. Let's talk about this. I still can't believe it, pal. I had never guessed there was a sword in that thing. Sure, there isn't any blood left on it, but there is a good chance this is the murder weapon, pal. But this is Miss Donim's staff, right? That would mean she was killed with her own weapon. I guess so. And there's something else that's bothering me, too. Oh? What's that, pal? Miss Donim was an author and an illustrator, right? So what was she doing carrying a sword around? Yeah, a sword around with her. That's a good question. And there's gotta be a good answer to it, I guess. Good luck finding it, pal. I'm beginning to see why he receives the salary he does. Aww. Let's talk about... Well, okay. So be careful. Once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Wasn't it Iris who did the lights out bell? Her name is blank. She is our... Oh, the whole... Here's a picture. Use it. When you channel her, I know you can do it. Once this is, burn the... Also tell anyone about this letter. Gravely... Oh... Did she think it was... She asked about gravely before. She was like, what's this word? No, what's this word? And both of them were gravely roast. And which, okay, you can say a word to a kid, but if it's a word they've never heard before, they're not gonna respond with, like, clear... I don't know, maybe she put on the... The fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Okay. Here, nope. No thoughts. Let's talk to you about the sketch. Oh, it was like a circus today in court. All thanks to this little sketch. You want my advice? You should ignore it, pal. Look, I know Larry's a bit out there, but he wouldn't just draw something like this as a joke. Then I guess I should start getting hyped for tomorrow's trial. Huh? Seeing you try to explain that thing. I wouldn't miss it for the world, pal. Maybe he's right. Maybe I should just ignore this useless piece of graffiti. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, let's move on. Can I show you? No. Here, give me 1 second. Just a minute. Okay, then we move to main gate. No. Did we make our way back over? Here, let's... Oh, that's why we didn't find it. He probably found it before us. There's something strange about this incinerator. I'm sure there was snow on it when I first saw it. That and the door is open. Someone's been burning something, that's for sure. It's a shame there isn't a trace of what was left inside. Now, we have it, though. Okay. Go to garden again. No. Go to training hall, maybe. Okay. Which one do we interrogate first? Because I feel like we've spoken to everybody. Let's... Didn't we... Where was Pearls? Where was she? Or did she run away? Wait, no, she's here. Is she gone? They're gone. I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. Okay, so Pearl is for later. So let's talk to Iris. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Okay, present. Take that! Alrighty. So this one's 3. The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes, that's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe that what you're telling. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. But this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Wait, who? Larry? Take that! Is it not Larry? It was Larry! Come on. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go back. That was just the first one. Okay, so it's our dear sister. Take that! Our dear sister Bikini. There you go. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini.
Her testimony in court today was very clear. That night I was okay, but back hurty, tooth hurty, back hurty, left iris. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder.
That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The Acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early, so I wouldn't be late.
What time was that?
Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left about 9:40 p.m., I think.
I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you.
Huh?
Now, you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m. But wasn't it the lights out bell? Something with the lights out bell. It's this thing. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights. You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night.
Ah!
Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Who's that?
Me. Ooh.
Mr. Wright.
We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, that's right. I remember.
That's kind of sus. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. Interesting. There's only one. I guess there were 2 of you, right? There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. 2 of them. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. Did Dahlia get out of prison and dye her hair? Or, I don't know, let her hair grow out naturally?
But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible.
No, there's not. Impossible. I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
Gulp. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves that there's one.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Mr. Wright? When you said there was another me, I was kind of expecting someone who looked like me, you know?
I guess so.
What? In that case, are you saying I look like this person?
Well, I can't say with 100% certainty, but... what? God, okay. I really need to get the... Okay, blah. Is it... Is it her mother? No, it's not her mother. Dang it. Is it this? Is it... Okay, I'm gonna start over. No. Here, let's revert. Okay. Nothing happened. Okay. So we can skip through dialogue at least. Blah blah blah, tell the truth. Someone saw you. It was Sister Bikini. Da 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 da. Okay, now your testimony. There we are. A year, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, 10 o'clock. Then I don't think there are two of you are the answer. I'm gonna see. There's only one of you, Iris. You couldn't possibly have been in two places at once. That being the case, you're probably really at... Is it... Oh. No. No. Okay. Okay, I just want to see what the answers are. The inner temple. Okay, no. Okay, sorry about this, guys. Oh, God. Okay. Show me the evidence. Prove there's more than one of me. Why isn't it this one? I don't get it. Maybe Pearl? No, dang it. Alright, this never happened. Okay, let's... Is there anything? No. Let's double check with people I haven't spoken of. Nope. Okay, inner temple gate. Not there. Suspension bridge. Move. Let's see, they're not back yet. Go back to the bridge. Move. Main gate. Move. Main hall. Oops. Was she trying to hide something? No. Okay. Courtyard. Let's... Oh, that thing must have been worn by the victim. There's no other way of looking at it. You mean because of the matching leather cord found on... I think we've already spoken about this. This was found. Oops. No. Oh, crime scene. It's really gruesome. All I gotta say is that the killer is really messed up in the head. But it turns out that Shichishito wasn't even the murder weapon. So then why would someone stab it in the victim like that? That's a mystery we're here to solve. No. Okay, I didn't follow the ins and outs of it, but it turns out that this wasn't the murder weapon, right? If what Sister Bikini saw is right, then no, it's not. Absolutely helps. Okay. What about this? Do you know anything about this scroll, detective? Wow, I know it's... Okay, we've already spoken about this too. No. Let's show it to Gumshoe. Hey, look! It's my attorney's badge. Ha! Good one, pal. You're always good for a laugh with your little badge. But I'm a real man. A real man has a police badge. Whatever. Okay, let's go back to Iris. Go to bridge. Move to inner temple gate. Move to training hall. Now let's save here again. Okay. Alright, let's try again. It was Sister Bikini. Okay. Ouch. Okay, lights up. Here we go. You yourself testified to the contrary. You're seen at 2 different places. 2 of you. Show me the evidence. So it's not the sketch, it's not the letter. Well, that's a picture of Iris. Is it this? Like, I don't know, maybe I selected the wrong thing. Prove that there's more than one of me.
Take that!
No. Okay. You're supposed to tell Edgeworth. Okay. When he was being a huge dick to us earlier. Alright. Alright, now we move to Edgeworth. Like, dang. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was in Greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. Jeez. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. Jeez. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. They do look kind of similar, though. Similar features. They both got tiny noses. They both have small noses. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. Well, yeah. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. Oh, she's dead? Okay, then there weren't two of them. How are there two of them? She's dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. Huh. Jeez. What do you mean my Dahlia Hawthorne is dead? Edgeworth? Right? Right. I must confess, in that reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Yeah, Yeah, now she's going crazy. Mia Faye! Yeah, now she's crazy. At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Yeah, so then, how are there two of them? Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. Was she electrocuted? But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there is no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edward. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Crane channeling technique. Did you say Crane channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh, yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Well, no. Edgeworth. Go to the police records room. It's all in there. Did they accuse Yanni Yogi or somebody else? All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. Of course. How could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Crane channeling technique is real. Like, hasn't he seen Mia in Maya's body and Pearl's body? Let's chat. Nope. Alright, then. Now we can.
Take that!
Now we have all the clues. Alright, let's speed run this.
Take that!
Okay, blah 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 blah. Da-da-da.
Take that!
Okay. There were two of you. Then who was channeling Dahlia? If Iris wasn't doing it. I don't know. Two different places. Boom! I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? Ah! That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well.
I no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer...
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you, who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Crane channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's a secret you've been trying to hide from me. Okay. Okay. I wonder if she knows Pearl is also her sister. Maybe. Night of the crime.
I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew. I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because my sister always says the right thing.
Excuse me?
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean? She's the one who left you here, right?
That's why I have to accept that I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about?
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago. That was the start of it all. It started her down that twisted path.
Jeez, yeah.
She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life.
I just noticed the first time chatter. I'm so sorry. I've been staring at this screen. But yes, it is the first time playthrough. I am shocked that... Well, not really, because they look exactly the same. But, you know. How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father. That's awful. I mean, he's the one who abandoned her, so...
But I promised I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
That sounds like bullshit to me. Huh?
It was revenge on our father.
For what? Revenge? Revenge. What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Khura'in. That would be Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Oh man. So Dahlia's dead. Maya's mom is dead. They met for like 20 minutes in a dinner. But before long, the credibility of the Khura'in tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Faye, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving my mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple?
Yes. The woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see.
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. Just not physically, though.
I think I'm beginning to see how the pieces fit together. Oh. I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fae clan. Well, that's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing. She said
Oh. Well, that's kinda... That makes sense, though.
She said she hated his guts.
I see. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate.
Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I'd better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl. Pearly girly. Pearl's a psych lock. Okie dokie, we gotta move. Okay. Suspension Bridge. Heavenly Hall. Okay, Heavenly Hall. Look at that. It really did make a fire right in front of the shack.
Oh! Mr. Nick!
Ha, you're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Let's save here. And we present our Magatama. So I think a lot of the evidence that Gumshoe gave us Gee, I forgot there were 5 of them. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in at least Donim's room, reading a book together, correct? Yeah, this one, I'm having fun with this so far. Why does Pearl of all people? You know?
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
Think of 2 for, which one was that one again? Can you remind me? You didn't go. Oh yes, I did like that one. That one was fun. It was weird but fun. And it was kind of cool seeing Adrian again later. Like, oh, she's a regular person again, only to realize she is clumsy as hell. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh. For the follow. Okay.
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Donim's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. But yeah, after this, once I'm done with this game, I'm gonna play that was a disaster. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Fell over. I was gonna show the container or the box for it. What was the question? I don't remember the question. Dang it. But it's called Master Detective Archives Rain Code. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. It's a spiritual successor to the Danganronpa series. Okay, let's try this again. What was the actual question? Too worried. When after the murder, you went to this place. Yeah, it would have been the inner temple.
Take that!
You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now I'm gonna take a guess and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to this place for one very simple reason, and... Is it this thing?
Take that!
Is that not... Come on. Alright, you know what? Whatever. Never went to... Why do I have to answer this question again? That's rude.
Take that!
Okay. Who... I guess I have to present a person for Maya.
Take that!
It's obvious what you're so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah! You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course. I signed you up for your special course. Okay. I already read that. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple.
Okay, then we're clear. Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell? The Hazakura Temple bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
Why? She was trying to hear the bell? Wait. What, didn't it say something about a bell? Once the sun slips in. I know you can do it. Once night falls, yeah. As soon as you hear the lights out bell. Tell me, Pearls. Why are you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this.
Take that!
You were given some instructions to follow that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper?
where did you...
In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls. You were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
These instructions that were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Ooh, excuse me. Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. Yeah. It's Dahlia! Probably, like, jeez.
Take that!
Ouch. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Ah! It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose Sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. Probably half-sister? I mean, I don't know. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So, here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? I guess Morgan, right? She's a bitch.
Take that!
She's that bitch. Pearls. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why.
How did you?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. Okay. One final lock left. Alright, Pearls. It's time you started telling me the truth.
Mr. Nick,
Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I don't think you have any.
Ugh. She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it!
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
Huh? How do you know that?
It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instruction you'd been given. But you misunderstood some of the words on this evidence. Okay, now we can show the gravy poster. Gravy poster. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
What? Why would I do something like that?
Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master of the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right? Oh, sweetheart.
How do you know that?
Remember the conversation you had with Miss Donim on the night of the murder? Yeah, read some books. Love to. Not good at reading. Help me with these words. Gravely. That's kind of a tough word. That's not gravy. Sure, Miss Donim taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you was what they meant. Yeah, she doesn't know the context. Is what they meant.
Gravely sounded like gravy to me. And the only roast I could think of was the food.
I guess that's a coincidence, huh? And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast.
To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. No, Pearly. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right.
I mean, this is not something you wanted to do, right? Little did you know. Because you are a sweet baby angel blossom. And deserve the world.
After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple. With a pot full of the leftover gravy.
Oh, that's why I think, who was it that said like, oh, she has a crazy appetite. The gravy.
I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master of Korean, like it said in the letter.
I see. And then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area.
The guest area? Like the outside?
Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over.
Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started, and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then,
Pearls, did you fall asleep? Oh, Pearly girly. It was late, girl. It's like 11 o'clock at night.
I just couldn't help it.
Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris, too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself... Anyway, I just see Phoenix like, turning his full body over back to Pearl. Then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple.
Yes, when I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy
And let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the squirrel right while you cried. Aw, Pearly girly. Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Jeez.
It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit.
Ouch. Oh, I keep burping. Help me.
I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit?
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and tried and tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I couldn't do it.
Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though.
Are you sure? Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. And that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Oh, interesting. Huh. Someone else figured out the plan ahead of time, kind of? Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish.
Her final wish?
Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
Well, yeah, she should have made sure that her daughter could read first. This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it.
My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
Yeah, I know, Pearls.
I visit her every month. And last month, she told me.
The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now, listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. And the guard just let her talk? The guard didn't take note of, hey, there's this secret that I have hidden in the house for revenge. God. What is with that guy? All he does is stand there.
My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much.
Oh, sweetheart. Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right?
She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her.
Oh.
I mean, Mystic Maya is part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her, too.
Oh, Pearl.
That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
I guess so, yeah.
There's a picture with her letter, too.
A picture?
Of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually, a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
Huh. Sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already? Burnt letter. Updated. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be all right.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Oh, who's that? Ha. Oh, this asshole. Finally figured it out, have you, Wright? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot? The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. But why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. Bitch, shut the fuck up. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? There is no body. We have found nobody. So, there's no proof. It was your job to protect her, Trite. I mean... Shut the fuck up, Godot. It's not my fault. I wasn't even in the building at the time it happened. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realized that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You're the only one who could have saved them. I didn't know anything about what was going on. Ha! What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all. Oh yeah, you're coming back after fucking taking a day trip to bumfuck nowhere? I don't know.
Mr. Nick, is what that man just said true?
It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
Like, Maya has to be fine. Oh. My dear Pearl. You've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. Well... Oh, God. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the master seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Jesus Christ. But how... Okay, My main question now here is, how was Misty Faye / Anissa Nim killed? Oh, okay. So crown of pencils, dry branch. Here, let me take a picture. Okay. So, I'll keep that in mind for later. So, I'm gonna save here. And we're gonna end off for the night. It's getting pretty late. I hear my cat at the door demanding to be taken outside. So it's about that time. And I'll end things off here, like I always do, by saying good morning, good afternoon, good night, good luck, good riddance, and stay safe. And like 90% sure I'm gonna stream tomorrow. Today got started late due to unforeseen circumstances. But things are fine. I'm gonna save twice for good luck. And say goodbye to you guys. And see you guys next time with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Bridge to Turnabout. We're doing the trial. See you guys next time.